in a lonely and gloomy alley, which long ago was the scene of a mysterious murder and still creepy loved even moments after committing that crime. Prompting that he has known since then under the name of the Alley of the Dead, also known as El Callejón del Muerto. On Morelos Street starts our story. One night the air was heavy and dense. The nocturnal stillness of the city was interrupted occasionally by the rhythmic steps of a night watchman who made their own dry resonances to tiling sidewalks. At the sound of the last stroke of 12 old clock of the cathedral was heard the warning cry of a night watchman saying,
12 clothing.
Walking the ancient streets of El Marquesado, now División Oriente, turned to the right toward the temple of the neighborhood and knocked on the door of the church with an ancient knocks, imperiously urged by the presence of the pastor. After a while, being strong and repeatedly told, the priest appeared in the doorway.
Come on, son. What's wrong?
I am sorry about the Latinis of the hour in a lock of banned alleys of La Soledad. A man has been stabbed and requires his confession.
And you didn't think to ask the cure of La Soledad for San Jose?
No, Father. The dying man wants you to be the one who hears his confession.
Well, son, he may have his reasons. Although the stretch is long and dark night is pitch black, we enlightens and guides.
In the middle of the alley, hitting his back lay the night watchman, dying man, showing tremendous stab wound in the chest. It was a stab of a master hand.
Here is the priest.
Good. Take the kerosene lamp. I don't need it. And retire at a distance while I confess.
It was long and painful confession, interrupted very few minutes by the spasms of agony. But the need to burden his conscience had overcome the dying man, who finally was to finish his confession. After acquitted him, the priest turned to his companion, finding just the kerosene lamp. He cried repeatedly, calling him, but nobody answered. Intrigued by this fact and beaten by the curiosity to know who was the one who had confessed in such strange conditions, took the kerosene lamp and retracted his steps to examine the deceased. Was the same who had gone to knock on the door of the church, the same that he had led to his own body dying. The father had confessed to a standstill, and the dead himself had led his confession. Overwhelmed with terror, with spiky hair, groping and as he coughed because he didn't want to touch the lantern that he had used to get back to the church. Many days later, he sighed with a violent fever. That good priest who isn't know the hidden and mysterious design was choosing to participate in such terrible lands. He fought between life and death. He didn't die, but with baleful consequence of that creepy adventure, retaining for the rest of his complete deafness in the air that he heard the confession of the dead man.